High School Game Night is brought to you by Yogurt Works Cafe in Ephrata, where you can build it your way.
Welcome back to the High School Game Night halftime show. I'm Brian Cast, and District 3 playoff fever has afflicted fans all across central Pennsylvania. So let's bring in the doctor of District 3 bracketology, Jeff Reinhardt of PennLive.com. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Excellent, Brian. Good to be with you.
All right, so let's get started. The Quad A bracket, a lot of great games tonight, including an all-LL showdown between Wilson and Manheim Township. But what about Hempfield, the 12 seed, a huge upset last Friday against 5 seed Dallastown?
Yeah, how about the Black Knights? Tip of the cap to those guys. Hempfield's been kind of roller coaster this year. 1-3, lost 3, 1-3, lost 1, and then they get to districts and they knock off Dallastown, which was in the semifinals last year. So a great win for the 12 seed Hempfield. They're moving on. On Saturday, they will get Central Dauphin East, Coach Aaron Blanding's squad. They're the 4 seed coming off a 21-19 win over Harrisburg. Little backyard rivalry game there in a district opener. Jihad Neibauer, 1,000-yard passer, 400 rushing yard kid, and he's a multi-purpose kid. He had a pick 6 last week for a touchdown. Also need to keep an eye on Joe Lamel. He's a hammer in the backfield, so Hempfield's defense will definitely have its hands full with CD East. Really like Hempfield quarterback Sam Kramer. He's been a dual threat. Over 1,000 passing yards, coming up on 900 rushing yards. He had 3 touchdown runs and a TD pass last week in the win over Dallastown. Got to mention Will Blair, got to mention Devin Washington. Those guys are superb backs out of the backfield for Hempfield. Blair can go up and catch the ball as well, and he's dangerous in special teams. Very interesting game, and as you mentioned, Wilson-Manheim Township. Wilson just beat Manheim Township here 28-14 in week 8. Wilson also knocked out Manheim Township last year 44-6 in the first round of district. So these two are very familiar with each other. Bulldogs are the 1 seed. They're 11-0 and sailing, coming off a 21-7 win against Carlisle. Shane Dantzler's been terrific, 230 yards rushing last week against the Herd. Like the Quad A bracket, we'll see where everybody stands here come Saturday night.
Sounds good, but we will move to the AAA bracket where the game everyone's talking about, Manheim Central and Bishop McDevitt. Where to begin? How about with Central coach Mike Williams? If it is indeed his last game, what has he meant to that program and just high school football in general here in District 3?
Wow, everything. When you say Mike Williams, wow, in District 3, everybody knows him. Everybody knows Manheim Central. Everybody knows the Barons. 16 District 3 championships, that's a record. 20-plus Section 2 titles. 34 years at the helm here for Mike Williams, 338 wins. That's the most by any football coach in District 3 history. Any game on here, here on out could be his last game. So obviously a tough draw here for Manheim Central. McDevitt's pretty tough. They're undefeated. Big time offense, especially with Andre Robinson in the backfield, the Penn State recruit. So Central's going to have its hands full here on Saturday with McDevitt. Hey, it's going to happen here. Williams is going to coach his last game at some point. We'll see what happens here with McDevitt in a rematch of last year's title game.
Sounds good. And finally, lest we forget AA and Single A, what do you see in those brackets? And what about that massive Wyomissing at Bermudian Springs game? 2 seed versus 3 seed. Bermudian undefeated, Wyomissing just 1 loss. Yeah,
Wyomissing suffered its first loss in week 10 against Berks Catholic, which is the 1 seed in this bracket. Those guys are undefeated. Wyo and Bermudian is awesome. That's district final worthy almost. It's going to come down to can Wyo stop Bermudian Springs running game. Colton Dull's been great, 1,200 yards rushing, 21 touchdowns. But I love this Wyo stat, 29 takeaways and a plus 21 in turnover ratio, which is crazy. So, and that's what it's going to come down to. Bermudian Springs is going to try to pound it and run the ball, establish the run. Wyo's got that stiff defense, and they want another shot at Berks Catholic if they can get them in the finals. Single A, they start this week. They were off last week because there's only 4 teams in. DeLone Catholic gets Camp Hill. York Catholic gets Steel High, which is no stranger to districts. Really like Camp Hill. Michael Schuster's the quarterback, and he's got some crazy numbers. I think he has 30-plus touchdown passes, so I think Camp Hill is your favorite in the Single A bracket. AA should be nice and juicy here this weekend. We'll see if Wyo gets the rematch with Berks Catholic.
All right, thanks so much, Jeff. As always, we look forward to lots more of your coverage this weekend.
Okay, great. Thanks, Brian.
All right, and you can check out all of Jeff's work over at PennLive.com, all the latest on high school athletes throughout the LL League. And of course, coming up tomorrow on BRC 11, it'll be that Manheim Central and Bishop McDevitt quarterfinal. We are going live from Rocco or Tenzio Stadium. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the rematch of last year's District 3 championship game. Don't want to miss it. Catch it all live right here on BRC 11 in HD. But that'll do it for the halftime show. Thanks for watching, and we will send you back to West York for second half action between the Bulldogs and the Cocalico Eagles. Enjoy.